Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was earlier, and I hope, you're taking time out for yourself, and get some alone time. Starlight definitely gets enough of that, and I love my alone time though. So besides that, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a peacock, and a a lizard. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And thank you for all of you that recently sent Starlight a message. I really appreciate that, to being brave and, sending me a message saying hello or whatever's on your mind. So don't ever hesitate to do that. And also, don't forget the notification bell, and don't forget to check out my playlist, because there's a lot of stuff I talked about before. Like a while now. Starlight's been out here on YouTube a little bit more than a year, so actually longer than a year. So anyway, besides that, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So when I said the year, I was just thinking that's how long I've been in this situation. And my car has been a little bit more than a year, but my YouTube channel is longer than that. Let's see, March. So it's been like about a year and 7 months for Starlight being on YouTube. And I am growing. My channel's growing and I am growing. So it does take time and a lot of patience. But anyway, today is, I've been thinking of this, and I just kind of quickly looked on YouTube to find this out. And what it's called is, I would love to be able to watch these again, and I think they have new ones. It's called Black Mirror on Netflix. I know it's on Netflix. So if you like strange, crazy stuff to watch, well, this is a great show to watch, or whatever. They got a whole bunch of episodes on there. And one of the episodes that they have on there is called Stacy Rates, R-A-T-E-S. Like, how do you rate Starlight? Do you give her 1 star, 2 star, 5 stars? So that is that is a very interesting episode. So I watched those episodes, probably about 2013 is when I discovered those, and I loved them all. I just couldn't wait to watch the next one and see how weird or strange, because Starlight loves weird and strange and odd. Isn't that odd? No. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today, is being strange, being odd, not fitting in. And but really, it's not really about that. It's are you trying to fit in, is what this is about. And it is so important. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while, because the reason why is I had somebody gave me a comment on my YouTube channel a while back, and then I realized, I realized when the person said what they said, that they were, it takes time, to understand this, and we are multi-dimensional spirit beings. So I wanted to kind of bring this video out because of how social media is, Facebook or Instagram, and I don't really go on any other, I rarely right now go on Instagram because of my situation. I don't have those, I don't really like doing those things on my phone, because I like, I had that video not too long ago, is bigger better. Well, when it comes to this kind of thing, is I like a big screen, I really don't, like, I really don't like doing a lot of stuff on my cell phone for that little small little screen. So in that case, yes, bigger is better for Starlight, but not everything out there just because the size is better. But anyway, I don't want to get off track with size, but like on your social media, and I don't know how many of you even have Facebook. I have Facebook, because the reason why I have Facebook is because I have 2 kids. It was a good way of me to spy on them, see what they're up to, and keep in contact with them. I didn't want nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Facebook, because I was really new with the computer, and the way I was looking at things a long time ago, less is best when it comes to computers. I didn't even want to learn anything about computers. I didn't want nothing to do with a cell phone, but here these days you kind of are forced to have those, and there are very few people out in the world, especially in the United States, and I'm not sure about the countries, out in the country, other countries that is. So today it's about, trying to keep up with everybody on your social media, trying to impress people with even, I do make TikTok videos, but I haven't really done that recently. I've been making short videos. I am, working on multitasking on so many things right now, trying to work on other things. So I will be having videos on TikTok, but for short videos of inspiration or whatever. But are you, working so hard to impress everybody else out there, and like there's times on my YouTube channel, if somebody has watched my video, now I might miss some of you because I only started this recently, like if you watched my video, gave my video a thumbs up, sent me a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Starlight will give you 5 stars, So, and that is what that episode is all about, like on that Black Mirror. It is a lot of crazy stuff on there, so it was really interesting watching it, and I believe there's another episode on there that is very similar to Stacy's rates. So I hope you're not trying to fit in. When I was really younger, I tried when I was in school. I was like, why don't they like me? Why, it started at a very young age where, I knew, the way kids were towards me, their energy. I'm an empath, so I knew at a very young age. You might think this is crazy, but I knew their thoughts. And when we are young, like, from birth all the way to 7 years old, that's when you are your smartest. So Starlight definitely could, know things when I was very young, and, about other kids. And, I could hear them, I can hear them, even though they weren't, I knew what they were thinking. And that's kind of a creepy thing when you do know what people are thinking. So on that is that, and the way the society is, and this is how the school system really got us all, this is the way the government has the school system. It's not really the teacher's fault and somewhat, on this, because that's how they were programmed. They were programmed to teach, they can't do whatever they want to do. Later on in life, they could have been a teacher for a long time, and then they might say, wow, you know what, now I realize what we're doing is not good. Just like therapists, there's my therapist knew things that she was doing, she didn't agree with what they taught her, because she's been doing it how long, so she realized as she was growing that she didn't really agree with their diagnosis. She didn't agree with maybe different things that they were programmed to believe. So it's, but on that note is, that's why I really am, I really look up to my mentor is because he was working and helping out people that had different problems, and he realized that he could do more. And so he could have stayed there and would have never really grown as far as what he wanted to really do with his heart. So he stepped out of that and started a YouTube channel, and he's doing amazing. I'm like amazing on this. So, we are the ones, it's not, I'm going to kind of get a little off track on this because this is what I see out in society, is if you work for a company and when you start off, they train you to do the job, and then, you've been working there like a couple years, and then, you find out certain things about your company that you're working for that you don't agree with, and it goes against the grain of who you are, but you continue to work there, and it goes against what God really, how God wants us to be. Is it your boss's fault for why you're following what your boss expects you to do? What? Well, your boss, you said that that's what you got the job, and that's what your boss expects, and you got to obey your boss, right? No, not exactly. If I was working for a company and it just like, I really don't agree, I have left companies because of this, is I don't agree with how you're treating people. I don't agree with how you're treating me. I have the choice, I have a free will to stay there and keep on putting up with it, keep on putting up with their shit, or I have a choice to go get another job. So Starlight ain't gonna stick around on those kind of businesses, that are not treating people right. And there's a lot of companies out there, that do this. So that's my off track a little bit. So it's really not because, like your boss said so. It's what do you want to do? So don't blame your boss that your boss made you do it. It's almost like said, like blaming the devil for everything. Well, the devil made me do it. You're going to have to stand accountable for what you do in this lifetime. So when you're doing something good to help people, you know what? God sees that. When you're out there hurting people and disrespecting people, God sees that too. So we can't blame other people why we decide to do or not to do what we know in our heart what is right or wrong to do. So, ignorance does not, God doesn't fall for that like some people might. So now I'm going to get back on track with, are you trying to impress people and, like on social media, TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube or whatever apps, I don't even know what is out there. And, just to let you know, is there's times out there people will like a video, they'll get a lot of views or a lot of likes on a video, and if you watch the video, it really might not have been that great of information on that video. So does it really matter how many how many views are on a video? Now, I'm not saying that there's videos out there that could get a lot of views and it's a great video. But on the other hand, there could be people that resonate to that video that could be of a low frequency and agree with it and really can trip everybody up, and and then so people will click more onto it because they're so much more focused on the views. How many views did it get? Does it really matter on how many views? You could have an excellent video that really would touch the world's heart and get a very few views. It's not about the views, and it's not about the messenger. It is about the message. That's what it's about. It's not about the person that's saying it. God will use anyone that God wants to use, to use them as a tool, to use them to say something, to affect other people. So it is not about the views. It's not, even like when I check out, I do this everywhere I go, is if I go for a hike and trail, I go and I check out the reviews first before I go there. When I go to food pantries, I check out the reviews before I go there. And, so I just left a beautiful review at McDonald's because this lady that, the manager, that is so sweet, she treats homeless people the same respect she treats anybody else that walks in the door. So God put it on my heart to give her a beautiful review on at McDonald's. And I just noticed this today. I don't do a lot of reviews, making reviews on places, and I really should do more because I really do like doing them. So I just looked at that comment that I left because you know what? That comment said, I just wish more companies would be like this lady. And I put her name right out there. I asked her what her name was and to write it down for me. So now that got 1,000 views in less than a week, So, and that was a great message to help people. So what kind of message are you putting out in the world? What kind of, what are you doing out in the world? What do you got to say? If you could help anybody out in the world, what kind of advice or help, are you doing anything? Like you might have a Facebook or a TikTok. What are you doing with that platform? Are you doing it to inspire people? Are you doing it to help people? Or do you use it just to complain about everything that's not going right? Now we can, pick out things and see things that are not going right, but do you have something to help out about that thing that's not so good? You might complain about something, but do you have any answers to how we can fix it? That's what's important. So don't be tricked or deceived on the reviews that you see anywhere, or even if it has 5 stars, or how many stars does it have? So you might, fall for that, like checking things out. Oh, it says a 5 star, so it must be pretty good. Well, it depends on all the people that decided to pick that and the ones who decided to pick, the 5 stars. And I gave that lady 5 stars for being an excellent, like a sweet spirit. I mean, she's so sweet. She invited me at her house for a shower and if I needed a place to sleep overnight. And that, she didn't even know anything about the review. I just told her that today. So she mentioned about that a couple days ago, about like invite me in her home. She doesn't even know me, and I've seen her. The reason why I gave her 5 stars is because she's been very sweet and kind to the homeless people. She doesn't kick them out of McDonald's because they walk in there. Those people sometimes are cold and they might not even have money to buy anything, but they come in and they sit and they warm up and then they go back out. Now you could say, well, now other employees that work at the same McDonald's, I have gone in there, didn't buy anything, sat down just like I do in the morning time. I don't buy anything in the morning time. And the difference is that it's a different manager. And I got up one night and I said, ooh, I gotta use the bathroom. The door was locked. I kind of didn't know the code anymore. So I asked her politely, hey, could you let me into the bathroom because they got a code? And she looked at me and she's like, you gotta buy something in order to use that bathroom. And I don't agree with that really, because now it is funny, other managers don't do that. So now what do you think? Should customers that, what if you're traveling through and you gotta use the bathroom? What if what's the difference if you went into McDonald's or at a gas station? You already got gas in your car. You don't want to buy anything at the gas station, but you're traveling through and you need to, a lot of times when I go in gas stations, there's nothing that I really even eat. And if I found something that I like, I am not going to pay that much money for those few little vegetables in that package when I could actually go to Walmart, or somewhere else and buy something bigger and get more variety for cheaper price. It's a convenience store, it's a gas station, so the prices are high. I'm like ridiculous high. So if you had to use the bathroom and you're passing through, do you feel like you got to actually buy something to use the toilet? There's people like Starlight. I got sometimes at certain times, I got issues with my bladder, So should you have to like buy something like McDonald's? What am I going to buy? Why would I want to buy even a cup of tea that cost $1, where it's just one tea bag? So really, the water didn't cost them anything. So I'm going to buy one tea bag for $1. So what Starlight does, she goes to the store, buys a whole box that costs like $3, like I just recently did, bring that in the store in there and just get hot water, and I'm not bothering anybody. I don't make a mess. I'm polite and friendly to people when I'm in there. I'm only in there to warm up, but one manager lets me do this, and another manager will say, you can't use the bathroom unless you buy something. So is it the person or is it the company? Is the company saying that you've got to? And it's funny because, see, one manager, she lets me use the bathroom and gives me hot water and appreciates me coming there. She loves seeing me coming in. And, so what is it? Is it the manager? Is it the company? Or is it the person? So we, as the people, we are the ones responsible how we respond and react to other people. Are you going to be like the manager that, when a homeless person comes in, you can't come in here because why? Because it's not about the boss. It's about you. You can't blame your boss why you can't be kind to other people. It's not the boss. If you don't like the rules at your place of business, then you can find another job where they're actually going to treat you to be, and this is a big, huge problem in the world, is if they're, you're the one that took that job. And when, if you are forced to say, this is how it's got to be, how many times I've had to go in the bathroom just to use the bathroom from New York to Florida all the way to here? I shouldn't have to pay to use the toilet. That will be a law, that they would come up with, in order to use the bathroom, and I've had people bust on me at gas stations nearby. A man that was working for a gas station, he's like, that will cost you, $5 to use the bathroom. You think, so anyway, it's not about, your company that you work for. It's not about how many views or likes that you see out there, because it could be, a low frequency people that are liking low frequency information and get a lot of views. So the people that are doing a really good job out there bringing positivity out in the world and trying to help people, we ought to help them out and get the number up for them. It shouldn't be a low number, and I just, my, somebody that does videos is that they said, well, look at this, I noticed that you're more interested in Hollywood stars when I make a video about Hollywood stars than if I make a video about working on yourself. I get, wow, look at all the views because I'm talking about a Hollywood star. But when I'm talking about working on your life, the views weren't that high as, wanting to, find out about Hollywood stars. So anyway, I love you. I really hope you get a lot of help from this video. And I know this video had a lot of twists and turns, but don't try to fit into society. Instead of trying to fit in, stand out. So anyway, I do love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can share my videos with your family or friends. let's see, a squirrel and a rabbit. Plus, you can ring the notification bell and check me out on my playlist. Plus, you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. It's not, you can't say, if you stood before God, are you going to say, well, God, my boss told me that I got to be like that? How do you think that's going to fly? Good luck. Because God, it ain't going to work with God. God's going to you could have gotten another job, or you could have started your own business. So don't try to blame your boss or the company that you work for by, treating other people disrespectful, or, letting some people do some things and other people don't because, you're a homeless chick or you're a homeless guy. Well, the rules are different when you come in, but, if you're a paying customer, and I'm only talking about McDonald's, Burger King, and gas stations, So anyway, I do love you, and I really hope you really think twice of how you treat people out in public, and, what kind of people you work for. So anyways, Starlight loves you. Namaste. Starlight, namaste, love, light, and peace.